I go through days where I don't want to take the field. And you know what I got to do? I got to find a micro commitment. I take the smallest thing to do, send an email to someone, send a text to someone, the smallest thing just to stay active, just to do something. See, the purpose of these huddles, as you know, is to raise belief, raise enthusiasm, raise hair on fire. But it's also, in we raising the belief, it's also to get some pro tips that we can put to use. Here's a pro tip for you real quick. Even when your belief's super high, even when you already are in service mode rather than sales mode, even though you know there's business owners who need the capital and you could be their savior for the day, and even though that the pricing is they're only going to take it if it's going to help their business, even when you know all our beliefs, they can't get funding, they're going to go out of business without you, they can't do that profit incentive program without you, even when you know all that, even when your belief is at the all-time high, sometimes you just don't feel like doing it. That's okay. And so what do? You take your commitment and you lower it. You lower your commitment to a level you'll be thrilled about. So today's message is be thrilled. Be thrilled about what you're doing. If we can make this thrilling, it's not work. How do we make this thrilling? Well, I've already said some. Number one, recognize that business owners need the capital. Number two, recognize they can't get it at their bank, most of them. Number three, recognize alternative capital is great, but there's not one company best for everybody. Number four, even the best company first of all, there's a lot of bad companies out there, but even amongst the top 20, there's not one best for everyone. Many will get a decline and think they just can't. Yeah, I tried for that alternative capital. I can't get it. No, you can. You just tried at the wrong provider. You got to go through Bank Breezy. Even when you know that Bank Breezy best offer, $500 guarantee, even though you know our team's not going to sell them on the capital, we are only going to present it to them. And if the offer is the right offer, they're going to take it. Even when you know all of that, so you got your belief up. What else? You're already serving. You already know to serve. You already know that you're an impact maker. You got all those things. That makes it thrilling, first of all. That makes it thrilling. Even when you say, hey, the next 10 people I approach, one of them, this could be life-changing for. And my job is to tally up how many smiles I can give today, how many people I can go out to today and just introduce and hand my card to, how many people I can reach out to today and say, hey, I just saw your truck. I just want to send you my card. Don't need vacuum cleaning right now, carpet cleaning, but I just want to send you my card because I love helping businesses. This may be for you. It may not be. Would it be okay if I send you my information? That's a fun, thrilling call. Smile on your face. No intention of getting a funding on this one. Meet, greeting, and informing in case for if and when. When you do all those things, sometimes you just don't feel like doing it. So today, how do you do it even when you don't feel like doing it? First of all, you got to make sure all those thrilling service mentality things are in place. And if not, you got to get them in place. You got to, this huddle will do that. Talking to your teammates will do it, right? Even though you got the buddy system we talked about yesterday, even though you got the 2 ask question we talked about last week, the facts tell, story sell, even after you got all the tips we've been given over the last few weeks, when you got all that, sometimes you just don't feel like doing it. So what do? Well, sometimes it's okay to take the day off, but the one thing that you can do is minimize the challenge for the day. Reduce the daily challenge to a level you will act on. The action can't be do nothing. I mean, unless you've scheduled the day off, when you don't feel like doing it, sometimes you got to do it anyway. You got to change the perspective and got to get ready to do it. But one of the things you can do is lower the challenge. And by lowering the challenge, now your thrill, your desire to help will be greater than the desire to stay inactive. As an example, okay, today I don't feel like doing this, but I'm going to make sure I can smile and give my card to one person today. I'm going to smile. How many smiles can I pass out? Thrilled that you're a business owner. I think it's awesome that you're a business owner. Thanks for what you do. I just want to give you my card in case you ever need. Memorize the first 10 seconds of what you can say that you just don't feel like doing it. And even though you believe, and even though and you know what's going to happen, you're going to smile and someone's going to smile back. You're going to give that card and it may just give you a little momentum, a little dopamine to keep you going to the next level. So sometimes we just need to lower and go, today, I'm not in the mood for live conversations. So I'm going to send out 20 emails today to introduce myself to 20 businesses. And I'm going to put a question in there. Please, would it be okay if I send you some information? And I'm going to follow up if they don't respond the next day and just say, hey, did you see my email? And I'm going to follow up the day after that if they don't respond to that one. Hey, I'm just circling back again. Don't want to be a pest. Just introducing myself. The subject line's got to be private. I'm going to send 20 of those out today. It's going to take me an hour only. But it's, you know what? I can do that without having the super charismatic, ready to go, ready to smile attitude today. I'm going to lower it. So that's the pro tip today is lower the challenge to meet your willingness. You can't live that way forever. But even the disciples, I was studying today with my wife in the book of Mark, and it talked about when Jesus called a couple of his disciples over to get started and follow him, they left the sons of Zebedee. Dad had a successful fishing business, had hired hands, had wealth, and they left the dad's business to follow Jesus, right? Some guy with no money, some guy who said, I'm the son of God, follow me. And they followed him. But you know what? They didn't just follow him forever, just followed him. They still fished. In other books in Luke, they talk about when they came around. John, in the book of John, they talk about when they came around and had to follow him again, right? It wasn't just, oh, Jesus, I'm with you, babe. Let's go. I'm going to stay with you now for the next 3 years. Wherever you go, I go. I'm willing to go. They still fished. They still did other things. They also followed. So there's days when you just don't feel like it. It's okay. Minimize the challenge, but don't stop believing and don't allow yourself to let your limitations prevent you long term. Don't you let today's lows prevent you long term. Minimize the challenge for the day, but step up in the future and at least do the minimum to step across the starting line. All right. So the challenge for today is list out the things that make this thrilling for you. Number one, what makes this thrilling? And I'm going to give you some right now. I made my list. So I'm going to give you a list right now of some things that I say make this thrilling. And then you guys can decide whether or not these are things that make it thrilling for you. And if so, then use them. And if not, then don't. But here's the things that makes this thrilling for me. Okay. Number one, I'm going to go through these quick. Number one, see yourself as a messenger of hope. So I'm in the hope business. I'm offering them hope, not just money, right? I'm offering the desired outcome. Celebrate each introduction as a seed planted, right? It's thrilling that each person you talk to does not have to be a funding. It's a seed of potential fruit. Number three, view it like a treasure hunt. So I look at this as looking for pearls. You open up an oyster, you look, no pearl. In the fishing business, they throw that back in the water and they open the next, no pearl, they throw it back in the water. In our business, they don't have to be a pearl today. No problem. Close it back up, set it back down, follow up with it later. Right. So it's like a treasure hunt. Redefine prospecting as serving. We already got that. We've already talked about that being servant. Facts tell, story sell. Focus on promoting a story that's thrilling for you to share. It makes you feel good. We helped a business move from one location to 3. We helped another business move from one location to 2. We helped another business get a big airline contract. They couldn't get it without us to do food for the airlines, and they needed $1 million. We were able to get it for them. We helped another food business expand their seating because they always had a line out the door. We helped a trucking company whose truck broke down get their rig back on the road. All the stories we share, keep a story catalog, share those. I say anchored spiritually. This is a spiritual thing for me. I'm out living out my purpose. It doesn't have to be a spiritual thing for you, but maybe it's a family goal oriented thing for you. Maybe it's a personal spiritual thing for you and not, this to me, I feel like I'm honoring God in doing this business. Otherwise I wouldn't do it. So this is my way of bringing a message that can help. Paul made tents. We give business capital. It's pretty cool. Gamify it. Like put a challenge in place that you're going to do. And then if that moves you, maybe put a challenge with your buddy that we talked about, have a buddy system and say, how many are you going to reach out to today? Me too. Make it thrilling to have a little thing. I challenge yourself. How many smiles you can give. A smile is a win. How many people did I smile? They smile back at me. How many people was I smile? So just look at some things that can make this a little more fun for you. And of course, reframe this. You got to reframe this as focusing on those beliefs And man, I'm a communicator of this message. I'm an educator of this funding platform, and whether they need funding or not is not my responsibility. It's my job. How many would you love to be a high school teacher to impact a young man or woman? How many would love to be an elementary impact, a pastoral teacher, a Sunday school teacher, a mentor in your community, to work at the YMCA as a coach, to be a mentor of young ladies or young men, to lead up a small group of entrepreneurs? Many of us want to make an impact. Well, you get to make an impact with your funding, right? So that's what, as you reframe this to make it servant and challenge, it's good. But when you're doing all that, the other challenge is make a list of what you can shrink it to. And sometimes you got to do it by the day. When you got all that in place and you don't feel like doing it, you got to shrink the action until it's easy. Okay. Um, and don't do it random. Have a set schedule if you have to. If you have to say, hey, from 10 to 11, I woke up, my task today said 10 emails. The other one said add 10 new clients to lead list. It's in my task list every day. Now it doesn't say 10 phone calls. It doesn't say 10. These are the minimum I need to do is send out at least 10 private emails and at least add 10 new contacts. I told you on the Saturday game, I'm watching Michigan football halftime. I'm adding leads from my monthly shopper magazine into my spreadsheet to reach out to. Right. And I've got their phone number. I'm going to reach out to them, ask them for their email. Would it be okay if I introduce you to some information in case, if and when I saw your ad in the monthly shopper? You don't know me directly. That's a simple reach out. Would it be okay if that's a slow? Now, calling them takes energy, it takes belief, it takes tonality. Like as Matt talked about, you got to be ready to do that. Sometimes you don't feel like ready. So you look at the list and go, oh, 4 of them had email addresses. I'm going to reach out to them with email and let them know I'll be calling. As I don't feel like calling them today. So I'm going to reach out via email today. It's simple, right? So shrink the action until it's easy enough to do it today. Use the buddy system. And by the way, micro exposures, mini is important, and accountability and feedback is obviously important for all of you. All right, that's all I've got to share with you today. So challenge, write down your things that makes this thrilling and find a way to do it. Look at that each day. Oh yeah, it'll be thrilling if I can do this. Or it'll be thrilling if I can find out how many of this I can do today. Or it'll be thrilling if I have a competition or a buddy system. It'll be thrilling if I met, this is another thing I do all the time that I love. I love drinking coffee. So to get in shape, I had a walking routine where I said, I'm going to walk 2 miles to the McDonald's and sit down and have a coffee and just spend time with God. And I'm going to walk back. It's a desirable thing. I get to have a coffee, right? Or I'm going to get a coffee and walk through the strip mall. Oh, there's a coffee shop in that corner. I've not met all those businesses. I'm going to go in and buy myself a coffee, and I'm going to walk in and say, hey, I just thought I'd introduce myself. I stopped in to get a coffee. You don't know me directly. I just want to introduce myself because I love helping restaurants like yours. I love helping nail salons like yours. I love helping tile shops like yours. I love helping whatever type business they are because you do love helping business owners. And so I just thought I'd introduce myself. Would it be okay if I give you my card? Coffee in your hand. It's a desirable thing. You do that 4 businesses a day, 5 businesses a day. That takes you a half hour, right? And all of a sudden you've got relationships.